Hello everyone. Today in this video, we are going to discuss few important questions of ecology, or you can say environmental science, which will be very useful for your upcoming exam like FCI, Nabard or Ibps AFO. Okay, so we'll see all the 10 questions from environmental science and we'll discuss the different terminology. Okay, our first question is a study of relation of the group of different species with their environment is called as scene ecology, horticology, ecosystem, stratification, or none. Okay, now see, its answer is clear that it is scene ecology. Okay, first try to understand what is ecology. Then when you talk about the ecology, then it is the study of interaction, or you can say interrelationship of organism with their environment. That is known as ecology. Okay, that is known as ecology. Now when you talk about the branches, then these branches are grouped in two parts. One is horticology and second is scene ecology. Now what do you mean by horticology? When you study the relation of single species with its environment, then it is known as horticology. And when you study the relation of group of different species with their environment, that is known as scene ecology. And what is their question here? Then group of different species relations with their environment, then answer will be scene ecology. Again, you know about the ecological hierarchy. When you see the ecological hierarchy, what you observe? First, organism is there. Okay, after that, population. Okay, after that, community. After that, ecosystem. After that, biome. After that, biosphere. Okay, then you can see as the hierarchy increases, size also increases and the complexity is also increasing. Okay, local populations which are interconnected by dispersing individuals is known as local population, or you can say that meta populations, sister population, deems, or all. First, what is population? Then this is the group of individuals of same species which lives at one place that is known as population. When you talk about the local populations, then local population means population of organism inhabiting a particular area, means who are living in a particular area. Suppose we are talking about Homo sapiens living in the plain. Okay, when you talk about the sister populations, means different population, but of the same species of organism, which are found in different places. Same species, but places are different. If the people of same species are staying at two different places, that is known as sister population. And meta population, if two population is interconnected by dispersing individuals, sometimes they are at this place, same species people, and sometimes they are at other places. It means set of local populations which are interconnected by dispersing individuals, that is meta populations. So they have asked you local populations which are interconnected by dispersing individuals. Okay, for there are many conditions in which you stay at another place and you live work at another place, that is meta populations. Next, species which is found only in a particular area is called as endemic species, critical link species, keystone species, endangered species, pioneer species. Okay, first species, what is species? Then this is the basic unit of classification. Okay, now let's understand the meaning. What do you mean by endemic species? Means you can say a species which is found only in a particular area, that is known as endemic species. Like if you talk about kangaroo, that is found only in Australia. Again, when you talk about the keystone species, then the species which have great influence on the community's characteristics in spite of their low abundance or biomass, that is known as keystone species. Okay, and the activities of these keystone species will determine the structure of the community. Okay, like lion in forest, kangaroo rat in desert. Okay, again, when you talk about the critical link species, then you can say those species which are beneficial in establishing an essential link with other species so that they can help each other in some vital activity, like mycorrhiza fungi, or you can say that some insect works as a pollinator of the flowers. Okay, so question was species which is found only in a particular area, that is known as endemic species. What is succession? Succession in sand is known as, that is heliosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere, pessamosphere, or auxiliosphere. Then what is succession? Development of plant community on barren area, that is known as ecological succession. Or you can say that a replacement of existing community by new ones in an orderly sequence in barren area with time due to change in environmental conditions. You can means when there is barren area and for the first time there is establishment of a plant species, that is known as succession. Okay, then two type of succession is there. Term that is used in succession: pioneer community and climax community. The first community which will visit or inhabit that area will be known as the pioneer community, and the last and stable community, that will be known as the climax community. See now, if this succession is happening in the sand, then what term you use? Pessamosphere. What is heliosphere? Heliosphere is if the successor in salty water. Hydrosphere means the successor in water. Lithosphere means successor in rocks, and auxiliosphere means successor in acidic water region. Now, when you talk about the specific interaction, okay, from this section, question was asked in the IBPS, Bank of Maharashtra examinations. Interactions, interspecific interactions in which both the species are benefited and are not obligatory relationship: mutualism, commensalism, parasitism, commensalism, protocooperation. What happens in case of mutualism? You know, okay. In case of mutualism, what happens? This is a positive interaction between two species in which both the species are benefited from each other, but it is obligatory relationship, means both have to stay together, like fig tree and wasp species. While in case of protocooperations, it is also positive interaction in which both the organisms are benefited but can live separately. Okay, it is a non-obligatory relationship, like hermit crab on sea anemone, or you can say crocodile and bird. So protocooperation is the right answer. Although both the organisms are benefited in mutualism and protocooperation both, but one is obligatory and other is non-obligatory. A parasite living on the other parasite is known as, first, okay, let's say brood parasitism. What is brood parasitism? In which you must have heard regarding the example that a bird is to a parasite bird, that is cuckoo, lays its egg in the nest of its host, that is crow, and lets the host incubate them. This relation is known as brood parasitism. Hemiparasites means what? Parasites which partially depend on the host, like you can say Lorenthus, that is partial stem parasites. Hyperparasitism, that is parasites living on another parasites, like bacteriophage that live on bacteria. Again is holoparasite, parasites which are totally dependent upon the host. Okay, like Cascata, total stem parasite. Okay, the answer is hyperparasitism. Occupational address of a species is known as age effect, ecological niche, vitality, habitat, biotic potential. First, let's talk about the ecotone. Then it is the transition zone between two communities, that is known as ecotone. And species which occur most abundantly and spend their time in ecotone, that is known as age species. Okay, and the tendency to increase the variety and density of some organism at the ecotone, that is known as age effect. Okay, next is vitality. Vitality means capacity of normal growth and reproduction for the survival of a species, that is vitality. Habitat, that is physical area covered by any organism. And what is biotic potential? This is under most favorable environmental conditions, the maximum reproductive capacity of a species is known as biotic potential. Okay, and the last one is occupational address of a species. It means it is a functional position or a status in ecosystem, that is known as ecological niche. So, that is known second is the right answer. Which of the following is the functions of ecosystem? This is very easy. In ecosystem, there is a flow of energy, there is a cycling of nutrient, there is productivity, there is a decomposition by the microbes. Means all are the our correct answer. Now, total amount of organic matter present in the particular area in particular time in an ecosystem is known as, okay, standing crop, standing quality, okay, biome none. Okay, see, standing crop, total amount of living organic matter present in a particular area in particular time in an ecosystem, that is a standing crop. And when you talk about the standing quality, the amount of inorganic substance, crop was standing crop and the standing organic matter, the amount of inorganic substance such as phosphorus, nitrogen present in particular area in particular time, that is known as standing quality. So our right answer is standing crop. How much percent of PAR is captured by the plant? Okay, PAR is photosynthetic active radiation. Its range is 400 to 700 nanometer. Okay, then plants uses only how much percent of the PAR in the photosynthesis? 20%, 25%, 30%, 2 to 10%, or 10 to 20%. Then plant uses only 2 to 10%. Okay, guys. So this was the few important questions. You must go through these questions. These are very important for your upcoming examinations. See you in next video. Thank you.